The information and opinions you hear on this radio show are those of the host, guests, and callers, and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of KFNX, its affiliates, management, or advertisers.
Good morning, and welcome to Everything Holistic, the Mind-Body-Spirit Connection. We're coming to you from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm Madeline, and I'm here with Barb, and today we'll be talking about, you guessed it, everything holistic. We're really glad you've joined us today. We're sure you will find today's topic not only interesting, but informative as well. Hello, and welcome to Everything Holistic, the Mind-Body-Spirit Connection. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Barb.
And we will be talking about, you guessed it, everything holistic. We're here with you every Saturday morning at 11. And we're also streaming live at kfnx1100am.com. And we are on Facebook at Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection. Our shows are also available after they air here on our YouTube channel, Place of Spiritual Wisdom. Want to wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day. To all of you who are in love or in extreme like. And we termed, my husband and I termed that phrase extreme like when our kids were younger, and we knew they didn't know what it was to be in love.
Oh, okay.
So this is extreme infatuation that we term extreme like. So happy Valentine's Day to all of you who are in love or in extreme like. And we're really glad you joined us today. We want to thank everyone who've listened to our previous shows and contacted the Place of Spiritual Wisdom for information about available services. The Place of Spiritual Wisdom is a psychic, spiritual, and holistic wellness center located in Sun City, just south of Grand Avenue on 103rd Avenue. We're in the Sun City Professional Building at 12630 North 103rd Avenue in Suite 244. And we're on the second floor, which is accessible by elevator and stairs. To let you know what's going on over there, this week we have the Science of Mind study group tomorrow at 11. Tuesday at 10 is the Course of Miracles discussion group. And at 1 o'clock, I will be teaching my numerology basics class. We have a class called Psychic Awareness. Are you the psychic? And that will be at 6:30 on Tuesday. In that class, we help you determine what psychic abilities you have, so then we can help you develop them with our Psychic Development Series. On Wednesday at 1:30 will be the class on how to read angel cards, and that does include a deck of Doreen Virtue's angel cards. The instructor is Sandy Munster, who is an advanced angel therapy practitioner who trained with Doreen Virtue and worked with Doreen and James Van Prague and Stephen Farmer for several years. On Thursday, we're going to have Reiki Level 2. That's a 2-part series. On Friday, we have Coffee and Cosmic Conversation at 10 o'clock. Then at 1 o'clock, we're going to have a meet and greet with our guest from last week, Roxy Carter. And she will answer one question from each attendee. And you all know from hearing Roxy last week that when you ask Roxy one question, she just does not give a one-sentence answer. If you want longer sessions with Roxy, she is going to be working out of the center, so you can make appointments to work with her there.
Excuse me, Madeline, but what day is that for Roxy?
Friday.
This coming Friday.
This coming Friday.
All right.
At 1 o'clock. So if you want to come for coffee and cosmic conversation, you can spend a whole Friday with us. On Saturday, we have 3 classes. One is how to use a pendulum. Another is a class on communicating with your spirit guides. And also a workshop on living in the present, letting go of the past, and healing your inner child.
Oh, perfect.
So we are very, very busy. Next week, we're going to have a full moon drumming circle. That's going to be on Tuesday at 7 o'clock. And we have one of those each month on the day of the full moon. And that changes every month. So you need to look at our calendar. Also, we're going to have an intuitive art workshop. That's a workshop where you don't need to be an artist, but Laura will teach you how to use your intuitive self to bring out some artwork. And next Saturday, we're going to have coffee and cosmic conversation on Saturday. for those who cannot attend our Friday coffees. And our Friday coffees are fantastic. Men and women of like minds get together over coffee and snacks. We discuss spiritual topics. We do not discuss religion, politics, or taxes. So it's a pretty safe place to come. And the Place of Spiritual Wisdom is a safe place for spiritually minded people to gather, socialize, and network. And our psychics and mediums are available for private sessions, parties, and large events. If you want more information about the Place of Spiritual Wisdom and what we do, you can call our office, which is 623-583-1330. That's 623-583-1330. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 4 and other hours by appointment. Or you can go to our website, which is theplaceofspiritualwisdom.com. And we do have our events listed on the calendar. Just a reminder that you're listening to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection with Madeline and Barb on Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX. If you want to call into the show, lines are open, 602-277-5369. That's 602-277-5369. Or you can call 1-866-536-1100. And of course, we're going to start off the show with our weekly words of wisdom.
All righty.
Okay, here's your deck of cards, and we use the miracles now. It's an inspirational affirmations and life-changing tools. So we do that every Saturday morning. It better not be one you've drawn before.
I can't help it. It says, my eyes will see what I desire. I guess I better start.
You better start.
I better start desiring.
you better start manifesting.
I better start working on it because this is not the first time I've gotten it. This is so funny. Well, let me try another one.
Yeah, let's just have 2 words of wisdoms today.
Okay. This is just too funny. I release my need to be perfect, and I center into my commitment to serve the world. More love. I think I released my need to be perfect last week.
At least, I think you released that. Yeah, let's do it again.
Oh, you're going to like this one, Madeline, that I chose this one.
Okay.
When I've overshared, I simply say, wait, why am I talking?
Okay.
That's a very good one. I like this one a lot.
Yeah, we were chatting about giving too much.
Yeah, and this is a good one for, it was funny that I picked it, but it's a good one for people to think about, that when they've overshared, they should just simply say, why? Why am I talking? Because when you overshare something, you're giving information to who knows who, and you don't know what they're going to use with that information for. They may try to help you, but then again, they may tuck it away in the back of their mind, and someday when you're not in a good place between you and that person, they might just bring it out to use it against you,
Right. Yeah.
So don't overshare.
There's a time to say something, and there's a time to not.
Yeah.
And I think that's, we have to draw a line of, how much of ourselves do we want to give away? And there's some people who they have to tell you every moment of their life.
Mm-hmm.
And I love these people, but I really am not that interested.
Yeah. So if you find yourself in that position and you say, wait, why am I talking? Do say that in your own head, because if you say it out loud, people are going to think you're cuckoo.
Well, they think we're weird anyhow, so that wouldn't be too much.
That's okay, but that's a good one. Don't overshare your problems or your intimate feelings, your worries or concerns. Save that. Oh, this will sound funny, but save that for your evening prayers.
That's an excellent idea. Excellent idea.
Yeah.
Each week we have a featured guest, and today we have 2 special guests.
They are very special, aren't they?
Barb and myself.
That's right.
We thought we'd spend some time with you, our listeners, and let you get to know us a little better. I have an opportunity to talk with you about numerology, which is my specialty. And we do have lines open if you want to call in and ask questions about any topic.
Mm-hmm.
We'll come up with an answer one way or another. I have my pendulum.
Yeah.
And we do have something we want to share with you real quickly.
It's the first time that
Yeah.
we've done your pendulum.
Yeah. So
Yeah. And we have 1 minute
yeah,
left?
we have a minute before break.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, we want to mention a topic that's very important to us. We're in need of sponsors and financial assistance to keep this show on the air. So if you like what we're doing and you want us to be able to continue and you'd like to support us in any way possible, you can make a donation through GoFundMe at our page entitled Bring a Voice to Spirituality. Now, you can also call the Place of Spiritual Wisdom, and you know the phone number 623-583-1330. And we accept cash, checks, all major credit cards, and good wishes.
We'll
So
be
thank
back
you.
in a few minutes. Thank you so much. Hang in there.
Upper Crust Pizza Patio and Wine Bar is the Phoenix hotspot, whether you're considering a fun, casual dinner with the whole family or an intimate evening out with you and your significant other. Located on the southeast corner of Cave Creek and the 101, Upper Crust offers great specials, including Tuesday $11 large one-topping pizzas, Wednesday half-off bottles of wine, and happy hour 4 to 7 every day. Check it out for yourself, Upper Crust Pizza and Patio Wine Bar on the southeast corner of Cave Creek and the 101.
Do you have IRS tax problems? Are they keeping you up at night? If your tax problems are affecting your family life, you need to know you have options. Call Ted Watkins, enrolled agent before IRS, the tax expert who will handle your case. We negotiate settlements with the IRS, the Arizona Department of Revenue, as well as prepare past due tax returns. Call us at 602-363-1952 or 602-418-7308.
In the wake of a disaster, what one thing can you send that will help people the most? A blanket, a tent, a sandbag, a doctor. Actually, if you send a monetary donation, you send all these things. Even a small donation can make a big impact and can quickly become exactly what people affected by disaster need most.
In the wake of a hurricane, your monetary donation can make a huge difference to those in need. To donate, visit supporthurricanerelief.org. That's supporthurricanerelief.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
And now, a Networking Arizona moment with Carol Blonder. I have known Roland Bennett with People's Mortgage for years. He's been on my show, and he's helped so many people throughout the Valley for the past 16 years, and now in 16 states get the home of their dreams. Roland, tell people how you do that.
Carol, the most important part of helping people get into the homes is pre-qualifying and getting them pre-approved up front. When people know exactly what the mortgage is going to look like after they close on the house, it's much easier and less stress for them to get through that home buying process.
A lot of people don't even know if they qualify. What are some of the myths that come up that you can tell us about?
Well, in most cases, people qualify for more than they'd ever even feel comfortable paying. But some myths out there right now are that you need 20% down if you want to get a conventional loan. And some people think that FHA loans are only for first-time home buyers, which isn't the case either.
Call Roland Bennett with People's Mortgage Company at 602-513-3686 or visit him at RolandBennettLoans.com.
Do you get tired of being right? I'm tired of being right, and I'm tired of people not listening to us be right. We are correct. Sometimes it's a burden to constantly be so completely correct on so many things.
Dana Lesh, afternoons at 12 p.m. Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX. Let your voice be heard here. Arizona's home for Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
Hello, and welcome back to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Barb.
And we are talking about, you guessed it, Everything Holistic. And we're here with you every Saturday morning at 11. Thank you for joining us this morning. For those of you who have just come online with us, we are our own guests today. And we're talking about whatever comes to our minds. If you have a question for us about anything and everything, lines are open, 602-277-5369. That's 602-277-5369. I do want to mention that on Saturday, April 6th, now you have to mark your calendars, Saturday, April 6th, we will have our Spring West Valley Psychic and Wellness Expo in Sun City at the Sun City Lodge, number 72 on 107th Avenue, just north of Union Hills Drive. So mark your calendar, April 6th. The hours are 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and admission is just $5. We have psychics and mediums for readings, holistic wellness practitioners for sessions. There's going to be related merchandise for sale. We have free lectures and goodie bags available to the first 70 attendees. We do have a few vendor spots still open, so if you are a vendor and want to participate, just contact us at 623-583-1330. That's the office at the Place of Spiritual Wisdom. Since we have our time to spend, I would like to tell a few people about numerology.
All righty.
Which is my specialty. I have been a numerologist for over 30 years. And the way I got into numerology was I was searching for answers. I was not happy with my life. I wanted to know why things had been happening. I was blaming God for many, many things. And then I was selling Avon door to door. And I went to one of my customers' homes, and she said, well, gee, come on in, but I really can't talk long because I'm going to a class. And I said, being curious, what kind of class are you going to? And she said, numerology. And I said, what's that? And she tried to explain it a little, and it sounded intriguing. And she says, why don't you come with me? And I said, oh, okay. So I went to her instructor, and this gal was a astrological expert as well as numerology.
Oh, wow.
Which is a wonderful combination. There's very few people who do both. And so I sat, and the minute I walked in the room, the woman said to me, you're a numerologist. And I said, no, I'm not. She said, yes, you are. And I'm really shocked by hearing something like that because I didn't even know what she's talking about. And so I sat down and I listened, and it made sense. And started studying, I started talking to other numerologists, and I started doing readings for people. And it did answer all of my questions. God didn't do anything to me. I did it to myself. And based on past lives. And if you're not a believer in reincarnation and past lives, then numerology may not make too much sense to you. But we are all products of our past lives. And when we come in, we have picked our name, we have picked our birth date, and we have picked our family. And people say, I would have never picked them. Well, yes, you did, because you needed lessons to be learned. You needed to resolve issues. You needed to be exposed to that lifestyle at that moment. And again, good or bad. But you did pick your name, and you did pick your birthday based on the energies of the numbers and letters. And that's what we use to do a profile. We take your full birth name and analyze it based on the values of the letters. And then we take your birth date and analyze that and find out more information about you. And it is very precise. Numerology has been around for thousands of years. I use primarily the Pythagorean system. And if you're familiar with Greek history, Pythagoras was a wonderful mathematician, as well as a very spiritual leader and a real genius. And he's the one who pointed numerology in the way that it is mostly done today. There is another system called the Chaldean system, which was before Pythagoras. But I prefer to use that for events and dates rather than personal profiles and people. So if anybody wants to get a real quick little reading by me, you can give us a call and I can give you some information. I like listening to the first letter of the first name because that tells me a lot about who you are. And your birthday definitely has a lot of characteristics. So give us a call, 602-277-5369, and I might be able to give you a reading. Also, I've got my pendulum here. If we've got any questions that need a good yes or no or a direction, give us a call. Also, I have with me a mouse pad, which is a pendulum chart.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
And this is, if you're going to do anything with a pendulum, this is what you need. The other charts are yes or no's or simple things, but you can do anything with this. You can come up with names working with the pendulum because you have the letters on it. It involves with weather. It's involved with the chakras. It involved with health issues. As long as you can get a yes or a no or a definite direction, it's great. And we do sell these at the Place of Spiritual Wisdom in our little retail shop. So you can go on over there if you want to. And I'm going to show it to the camera. And it comes in different colors. But yes, I came across these and I figured, wow.
Yeah.
And especially you can use it as a mouse pad.
Exactly. Dual purpose.
Dual purpose, definitely. So if anybody's interested in anything like this, let me know. And people will say, well, gee, isn't the pendulum a tool of the occult? No, it's not. I think a lot of misconceptions occur because people have done things and people observing them have either been afraid or intimidated or a personal reason for not wanting to know it. But everything on this planet is made up of energy, and pendulums have their own energy, and they deal with your spirit guides can be guiding them, your own energy can be guiding them, and they give you answers. It's like the old 8-ball years ago. Or and I saw one of those fortune teller machines the other day that was for sale.
Oh, I was going to say they got them operating out somewhere.
They still have them.
Sale.
Yeah,
for sale.
Yeah. The old what was his name?
I don't know, but somebody with the turban.
The turban, and you put in the nickel and whatever it is, and he spits out right.
Most of the time he says, ask again.
Yes.
You put another nickel in.
Yeah, isn't that's good business?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, ask again. I'll give you, keep asking until I give you the right answer. Yes, yes. So, we have all these tools. We also teach how to use these tools at the Place of Spiritual Wisdom. We're a one-stop shop for all types of metaphysical and holistic wellness stuff. And we've got people and we've got the tools, and it's a good place for relaxation and mingling with people of like minds.
That's true. One thing that Madeline did for me quite a long time ago is she did give me a numerology reading, but she took the numbers of me and she took the numbers of a person I was in a relationship with. And she went through and she showed me different times that different things were going to be possible and that might more than likely happen in other whatever, but it was pretty interesting. But she can do that for you too, not on the phone today, of course. If you go to visit her at her office, she can do relationship numerology.
Oh, yes.
Which is important.
Right. And
if you keep your mind open.
Well, yeah. And I it's a terrible thing to say, but I love doing profiles after the divorce.
Yeah.
And then we can look at why it really happened, and you can look objectively at this information.
Yeah.
Because nothing happens by chance. Everything happens for a reason. And you say, oh, but gee, I went such a miserable time. But it was a time for you to learn something. And, out of every bad, there is good. So you have to look at it with the big picture.
Yeah.
But I love doing that. And we have, there's the thing is we need to know your birth name. And some people may have been adopted.
That's what I was wondering about. Sometimes they have closed adoptions. Is that right?
Yeah. And, sometimes the child will stay with the same name or they'll change it. And not knowing the power of the energy of the names, you may not really be doing what you need to be doing.
Yeah.
So that it's very interesting. And I know my father had 3 birth certificates with 3 different dates.
Wow.
So, you have to figure out which one. But once you start talking about the person, you can figure out which one works. We're going to be going on break now. We'll be back in a few minutes. You're listening to Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX. Stay back, stay with us. Come on back and we'll take your questions.
The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX. Telling it like it is. Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
A second woman has come forward to accuse Virginia Lieutenant Governor Justin Fairfax of sexual assault. Correspondent Ryan Nobles reports Fairfax is losing support following the allegations by Meredith Watson.
Fairfax is vehemently denying this claim by Watson. He says that this is absolutely not true, and he also says that he plans not to resign. Well, even though Fairfax says he doesn't want to resign, the calls for him to do so are coming from all corners of Virginia's government.
Northern California and Washington State are being battered by a winter storm. Meteorologist Mark Chenard says snow is piling up in Seattle.
It's going to stay cold. Snow should stick around as we go forward. And there's actually a couple more systems on the horizon. Potentially some more snow on Sunday into Sunday night. Probably not as much as what we saw with this one, but still the chance of some light accumulations that could make travel Monday morning difficult as well.
Dozens of flights to and from Seattle have been canceled or delayed. I'm Ann Cates.
From the KFNX WeatherBug Weather Center for this morning, a partly cloudy sky, partly sunny today with a high of 66. It'll be partly cloudy tonight, low 40. Sunday, sunshine, high 68. Plenty of sunshine for Monday, the high 62. I'm meteorologist Jim Rinaldi from the KFNX WeatherBug Weather Center.
Currently, in downtown Phoenix, it's 53 degrees.
Next news in 30 minutes or when it breaks. Here on Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
Are you longing to be more in touch with your intuitive self? Are you searching for a direction in your spiritual journey? Are you seeking a safe place to gather with people of like minds? At the Place of Spiritual Wisdom in Sun City, we can help you find your path. We offer psychics, mediums, holistic wellness practitioners, classes, and events. For more information, call 623-583-1330. That's 623-583-1330. Or go to theplaceofspiritualwisdom.com.
Good times, good friends, and cold drinks. And that's what it's all about. Arena Sports Grill at 64th Street in Bell has been North Scottsdale's friendliest sports bar since 1998. There is always something going on in Arena. Taco Tuesdays with a pool tournament starting at 7 p.m. Wine Wednesdays, half-off bottle of wine and $11 one-topping pizzas. All-you-can-eat fish fry Fridays and the best prime rib dinner with all the fixins on Saturdays. It's Arena Sports Grill. Food, sports, games, and fun.
Newsflash, never be fat or smoke again. Break any habit or addiction in as few as 3 to 7 days. No withdrawal. Yes, you heard me right. No matter if you're 40 pounds or 140 pounds overweight, smoke 1 pack or 4 packs a day. You will be free. Call our information line at 623-266-1392 for free consultation. Your habit or addictive behaviors now can be a thing of the past. Call Hypnotic One at 623-266-1392. Now you take control of your life instead of being controlled by life. Call now, Hypnotic One at 623-266-1392.
If you missed the Lars Larson Show, you missed this.
But is there a way for the federal government to fix it, or should they stay away? In that case, I'm pretty well inclined to say stay away. Stay out of First Amendment trouble. You can't have the government regulating speech, even if it's on electronic media, because the minute you have the government deciding what kind of speech is worthy and what kind of speech should be banned, you're headed for real trouble.
Stay up late. Nighttime Talk. Lars Larson. Independent Talk. 1100 KFNX.
Max, what's wrong? Is it a coyote? Oh, it's the new copy of the Phoenix Dog Magazine. Is that what you meant to say? Thanks, Max, for letting us know. Get more information about the Phoenix Dog Magazine by calling 602-418-8939 or visit phoenixdog.net. That's 602-418-8939 or visit phoenixdog.net.
You're listening to Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX.
Hello and welcome back to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Barb.
And we're talking about, you guessed it, Everything Holistic. We're here with you every Saturday morning at 11. Thank you for joining us today. For those who just tuned in, we are our own guests today. So we want to let you know what we're up to. If you have a question for us, you can call in at 602-277-5369. That's 602-277-5369. I do want to mention that the music you're hearing on our show was composed and performed by Barb. She is a very gifted musician. She's a psychic intuitive, and she's an intuitive music healer. She has recorded some of her music, which is channeled, and CDs are available for sale. So for more information, call the Place of Spiritual Wisdom at 623-583-1330. That's 623-583-1330.
That's right.
Yes.
So I have music CDs, and then I also do some self-meditation type deals. I have one that you use just as you're going to sleep at night, and it will have a nice little relaxing meditation, and then a bunch of affirmations after. Hey, look, we've got a caller.
Yes, we do.
I'll tell you about my stuff later.
Yes, we
Yeah.
won't forget about
Take
that.
your caller. Mhm.
We have Amy in Glendale. Hi, Amy. How are
Hi.
you today?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
We're wonderful.
How can we help you, Amy?
I was interested more about your numerology readings.
Oh, there you go.
Here I go.
Yep.
What is your birth name?
Amy Catherine. Do you want my last name too, or just
Okay, Amy, traditional spelling?
AMY
Okay, and Catherine with a C or a K?
with a C?
Catherine. And your last name, at your maiden name, your birth name.
Brown.
Brown.
SRAUEN.
BRAU.
It's F as in Frank.
Yeah.
RAUEN.
UE.
German. It's got a lot of
Oh,
vowels.
okay. Gotcha.
That's all right.
All right. And what's your birthday?
8/16/93.
Oh, she's near my birthday.
She's a young child.
8/16. Mine's 8/17.
Okay.
Righty.
You're a very spiritual person.
Mm-hmm.
And you choose to be with others. You are not a very outgoing person to, the social butterfly. You choose to be with people. You don't mind being alone. And you have a very intuitive nature. You are a very intellectual person. And you
I
don't
like to think so.
Yes, you are. Believe me. And my birthday is April 16th. So we have the same 16th, which you add the digits together. It's 1 6 = 7. So that's what the 7 is all about.
Okay.
Now let's see. You are in a personal year this year of the 9 energy, and that means this is a year for you to tie up loose ends. To finish the last 9 years, because it's an end of a 9-year cycle. What I would suggest is don't start anything new that you cannot finish this year. So if you're going to get involved with any type of romance or relationship in a 9-year, have as much fun as you can, because it's not going to last into the next one.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but it's a time to reflect on the past 9 years, to look back and see what happened, what you wanted to happen, what should have happened, so that you're prepared for the next coming 9 years. And next year, and these are calendar years, it's going to be a whole new beginning for you, new originating new ideas, taking on new things, a new 9-year cycle. Oh yeah. And let me see, you like to be in charge.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's denoted by the A as your first letter of your first name. A is a 1, and 1 is the number of the independent originator, the take charge person, the supervisor. There are good points and not so good points for every energy. And the drawback to anyone who has a 1 is a possibility of being domineering.
Yeah.
They like to be in control.
You want to be in control. So
You
you
can't help it.
You need to strive for balance. And it's very difficult, especially like I'm an Aries, and Aries, well, we are definitely in charge. Yeah, we know that in particular. So, anyone who has a 1, and that's someone whose name begins with an A, a J, or an S, has the same basic characteristics. Of course, there's more than that, but that's just to start off with. And let me see what else I can tell you. And what I do is assign each letter its value.
She's using her pad of paper and her pen right now, Amy.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hey, how did you hear about us?
I was I was listening to the radio, and I'm a high school teacher and I'm a coach for our robotics club, and I was running back to our school in our old school van, and I think it only gets a couple radio stations.
Oh,
and
and it was ours. Awesome.
Oh,
That's awesome.
I was listening to that, and
you said, "Hey, wow, I better call this show." That's cool. We're glad you think. I think it's awesome. I like to find out how people find out about us, and I love it. I love it when people say, "Oh, I was just turning the dial on the radio, or I was in my car and I could only get one station, or whatever." I think it's cool.
Yeah, well, I've done an analysis of your name based on how many of each letter energy you have, and at this point, I don't see that you have any karmic lessons to resolve here. What you you are here as a teacher. If you don't have something to learn, you're here to teach.
And she is a teacher.
And she is a teacher. Isn't that an odd coincidence? Nothing is by chance. What I did notice, though, in your name, you do have 5 5s, and 5 is the number of rebellion, of independence, of free spirit, of getting up and flitting, of traveling, of taking chances. And I just want to say you need to balance that with common sense and taking care of yourself. Don't do anything that's hazardous to you or to someone else. But you're here as a teacher, and you're fulfilling that. I think that's wonderful. So continue what you, and as I mentioned, your birthday, the 16th, you were intellectual. Well, gee, being a teacher, you have to be. So I think you're doing what you're supposed to do. And that's just
really good to hear, because I was, teaching is hard and I love it, but it can be really hard. And so I just been like, am I doing the right thing? Am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? And so that's good to hear.
Yeah, you definitely are doing it. And I know it's a hard job, but let's face it, there isn't an easy one out there. And you found something that works for you, so you just keep at it.
Yeah. And when you find something that you love to do, why would you decide to do something different if you loved it?
Yeah.
Things are hard. Everything's hard in life,
But hey, you're doing what you enjoy, or else you wouldn't do it. And I really thank you for calling in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
That was interesting. She mentioned something about robotics.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Yeah, well, robots are replacing people,
Oh, yeah, well.
And you can't
That's
talk.
not good.
You can't talk to them about, when you go to the restaurant, you can't say, "Hey, my eggs are cold" or anything.
Yeah,
they don't care.
Yeah, they don't care. Your eggs are served, yeah.
Yes.
And they don't have feelings either.
Right. And
so they can't relate to your feelings.
Right. And
but they could do your housework for you. I heard that.
I would like one of them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I do. I analyze people and I tell them things that they're supposed to be doing and what they're not supposed to be doing. Amy is a wonderful example of someone who is here because she's supposed to be giving to people. And I'm glad she's found what she can do, because it's hard for people to find. But when we look at the numbers, we can give you information about that and directions to go. And sometimes you keep changing direction. Well, that's okay too. But no matter what you do, make sure you enjoy it, that you feel comfortable with it, and go for it. We do have an open line if anybody wants to come back. When we come back in a moment, we will have time to talk with you. So don't hesitate to give us a buzz. And I can give a little more information about numerology at that time. And Barbara can talk about what she does too with her meditations and her music.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. So we'll be back in a few moments. You're listening to Independent Talk, 1100 KFNX. Stay tuned. We shall return.
Scottsdale Philharmonic is proud to announce a free concert Sunday, February 10th, 2019 at 4 p.m. Be delighted by the musical selections of Dvorak, Puccini, Marquez, Beethoven, and Strauss. Tickets for this engagement are free. VIP preferred seating available for a $15 donation. Join us February 10th, 2019 at 4 p.m. at the Scottsdale Bible Church, 7601 East Shea Boulevard. Scottsdale Philharmonic, Arizona's premier Philharmonic.
Ask yourself what you will miss more, your children or cigarettes. As long as I can remember, my mother smoked. She died from lung cancer when I was 16. I could not take the chance of continuing smoking and not being here for my daughter. I know how much I needed my mom still, and I didn't realize it until I had lost her.
You're not just quitting for yourself. For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
January's Healthy Cells magazine features Arbor Rose Senior Care, celebrating 20 years of personalized independence care and changing lives one heart at a time. Arbor Rose offers adult day club, assisted living and memory support, with an array of services and activities to maintain independence so you can enjoy a better quality of life your own way. Visit Arbor Rose Senior Care's Mesa Community. Call 480-654-8200 to schedule a tour. A free copy of Healthy Cells magazine is available in 2,000 locations, like pharmacy counters, medical offices, car dealerships, and community centers.
Don't you understand how this works? Socialism is a great system until you run out of other people's money. This is how it works. You need an incentive to get to work every day.
The Savage Nation with Michael Savage, afternoons at 5 p.m. right here on Independent Talk 1100 KFNX.
Arizona's largest business opinion poll is complete. With more than 20,000 businesses from which to choose, the voters have spoken and the results are in to show who's the best in Arizona business. The 21st anniversary issue of Ranking Arizona magazine is now available. Order your copy today at azbigmedia.com and find out who more than 1 million Arizonans voted for to do business with in more than 250 business and lifestyle categories. For more info, go to azbigmedia.com and get your copy today.
America in the morning. Mornings at 6 a.m. Independent Talk 1100 KFNX. The home of America in the morning. Listen to Independent Talk 1100 KFNX streaming live at 1100kfnx.com.
Hello and welcome back to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection. I'm Madeline.
And I'm Barb.
And we're talking about, you guessed it, everything holistic. And we're here with you every Saturday morning at 11. We're glad that you joined us today. Today we're talking with each other about anything that comes into our minds. So we are our own special guests.
All right.
If you have questions for us, we do have open lines, 602-277-5369. That's 602-277-5369. I do want to mention that with numerology, what I deal with primarily is the blueprint you came in with when you were born. And you'll say, well, gee, what happens when I get married and I take on another name? Well, you still maintain who you are because you can never get rid of that. Mm-hmm. But when you marry, we overlay the new name on top of the old name. And sometimes that doesn't work out for your benefit.
I have a question.
Yes.
What if you have a maiden name, then you get married, and then you get divorced? Then what goes on?
It depends if you keep the other name or not.
Oh, okay. All right.
Sometimes people will go back to their maiden name.
Yeah.
So you've eliminated all the energies that you brought in with the marriage.
And
then some other people will keep that other name, and they're dealing with the overlay of energies until they change it, and some never change it. So you have to understand all those energies that you've taken on so you can understand who you are.
How do you know which name to deal with, to keep?
It depends. A lot of it comes down to tradition. Traditionally, a woman takes her husband's name, but then some people will hyphenate their maiden name with the husband's name.
No, I'm talking numerologically. Yeah.
Well, if things are going good when you are not married,
mm-hmm.
and then you get married and things are not going good,
mm-hmm.
and then when you unmarry they start going good again, maybe the name had a lot to do with it. Never mind just the person.
Yeah. Well, I was married. I was divorced, and I kept my married name because it was much easier to spell.
That happens too.
And look,
yes.
we've got a caller again.
Oh, and
right.
we have Terry from Maricopa. Wow, that's a little ways down from Phoenix. Hi, Terry in Maricopa. How are you today?
Doing good.
Great.
Hang on, get into a place where it's quiet.
Okay.
What do you need to know?
Well,
first of all, are you calling in regards to numerology, or are you calling in regards to a quick question with the pendulum? Are you just calling to say how much you enjoy hearing me?
Yes,
no, I'm kidding.
I was flipping through the channels, and so I only
a
tuned
channel
in,
flipper. I love them.
Yes. I got tired of listening about cars.
Oh, good.
Did you have a particular question in mind, maybe?
Yes, I'm in a current job, which is a temp job, and it could go permanent. One question would be like, should I stay there? Because the company is kind of on shaky ground somewhat, but they could recover too. So
well, I think I'm going to use my pendulum for that. And I have several pendulums, and I have them in every room of the house and over at my office, and I carry several with me. But it just depends which one talks to me. And you have to treat a pendulum like another person or another spiritual being. And
I'm also interested in the numerology too.
Good.
So what my name would do, or
okay,
date or birth dates or whatever. So go ahead.
And what is your first name?
Terry. Terry.
Okay, is that your legal first name?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Well, we've done two things at once here. Okay, I'm going to talk to my pendulum, and yes, my pendulum is going to cooperate with me today, and I'm going to subconsciously transmit a message to it.
I like muscle testing.
Oh, okay. Now, the question that you were asking is, should you stay in that job?
Correct.
My indication is, as of right now, yes. That doesn't mean it's going to be forever. But I would. Okay, let me get a little more precise here. Okay, let's. Shall she stay in it for another month? It's thinking. No. You should be there now, but you should not be there in a month.
And you do muscle testing on yourself, Terry?
No, but my chiropractor does.
Oh, yeah. I believe in that stuff.
Yeah, well, it's easy to do. Just have him, just watch what he's doing. Because you can do this very same thing. Yeah. What is your birth name, your full birth name?
Terry, and then Saint Amour, ST.AMOUR.
Is that your middle name?
No, Saint Amour is the last name.
Okay, and what's your middle name?
Lynn, Lynn.
Okay.
Okay, and what's your birthday, Terry?
10/25/56.
That's a beautiful last name. I like it.
Yes, I do too. Yeah. And your birthday, I add the digits together, so the birthday of the 25th equals a 7, which we talked to our gal a few minutes ago, Amy, and mine is a 7 also.
Okay.
So and the basic characteristics of the 7 birthday are: you're a spiritual person, you're very intellectual, you're very intuitive, and you don't mind being alone. You like to have that time for yourself, and you join people when it's your choice.
True.
Oh, yes. And let me see here. You're also a person who's a very good team player.
Yeah, goes. Can go.
Well, I'm not saying that you like to work with everybody you work with.
Yeah.
I'm saying you can do that.
Yeah.
She could be a great team player under the right circumstances.
Right. And since we now know she shouldn't stay in the job she's in,
yeah.
it's not working out for you. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to look for a few more things here. One.
Well, this has turned into a really interesting show with us being our own guests.
Yeah, we like when people call in and talk to us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to come back next week and be my own guest.
Were you possibly on Coast to Coast a short time ago?
No.
No. Okay.
No.
Okay.
That's something we haven't experienced yet. The only thing I see with your birth name is that you have the lesson of the 8 to learn in this lifetime. The 8 is the number of karma, as well as money, finances, business. And usually people who come in with no 8s have trouble balancing a checkbook. But as we get older, we have to learn how to do those things. So the big thing for you is be sure you recognize the difference between material and non-material values. Money is nice, but it can't buy you happiness. And let me look at something here too. All right. And your life path is that of a 2. And the 2 is the number of relationships, associations, teamwork. So working with people is what you need to do. So you just have to find something that you're comfortable doing it in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And let me see here also. For you, this is a personal 2 year. So this is a year when you're going to be working with people and being involved with people. So if you're going to look for a job, this is the time to do it. It's also the time to end up relationships or start new ones. So if you do go out looking for a new job, it should work out. Just be very careful. Know what you're doing. Don't make hasty decisions. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Well, thank you so much for calling. I'm glad you were flipping through the channels.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yep, that's what we do. We tell people information.
What does that name say up there?
That's still Terry.
Oh, it is?
That's still Terry, yes.
Oh.
Because she was on the air.
Oh, we had another caller.
Yeah, we had another caller, but we're running out of time.
So we need to have a 2 or 3 hour show. Haha.
Yeah, I think we can do this. Sure, we'll manifest that.
Maybe that fellow will listen again next week.
Yes.
Maybe he'll listen again next week and call in. We apologize for that, whatever your name was.
It was John. It was John. I can't believe that time is up already. You've been listening to Everything Holistic, the Mind, Body, Spirit Connection. Today we've been talking with each other about spiritual and holistic topics. If you want to get in touch with either of us after the show, you can call the Place of Spiritual Wisdom as 623-583-1330. I want to thank you, Barbara. Thank you, LJ. Thank you to all of our listeners. We'll be back next Saturday on Independent Talk 1100 KFNX. We wish you magical moments and wondrous blessings. Drive safely.
Yeah.
The information and opinions you hear on this radio show are those of the host, guests, and callers, and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of KFNX, its affiliates, management, or advertisers.
Are you longing to be more in touch with your intuitive self? Are you searching for a direction in your spiritual journey? Are you seeking a safe place to gather with people of like minds? At the Place